Hello. We're on to our final day of great white sharks, which, as you probably know, means this is the day when we're going to write the fact down here at the bottom. So you'll need your book and open it up to the great white page. And let's think about some facts. Now, we've learned some cool facts. We learned about why they migrate. So remember why? Because the seals migrate, right? So they migrate. We learned about how they migrate. What do they use to help them know where to go? The stars, right? The stars, they use the stars for direction. How about, when they want to save energy, what do they do when they want to save energy? Do you remember that part? They dive down, and then why don't they have to swim as hard? There's currents that help them, right? Those currents carry them along. These are interesting facts. How about one thing that I remember is that they have one of the longest migrations of any fish. That's an interesting one. Do they eat while they're migrating? No, I'm going to add that one to my board here. They don't eat while migrating. Okay, let me share my board with you. I have 3 facts on my board, and you might want to choose one of these facts to write about today. Of course, you can choose any fact that you remember about the great white, and you can sound that out and write your words, or ask a family member to help you write that. Or you can use one that's on my board. Okay, my first one says great whites, and if you don't want to write great whites, you can write they, T-H-E-Y, instead of great whites. Okay, you can write great whites use the stars for direction, or you can use they use the stars for direction. So that's the first one. The second one, again, you can write great whites, or you can write they. You can write great whites, and I wrote let deep currents carry them to save energy, or you can write they let deep currents carry them to save energy. Remember, that's the dive down part, and let the currents carry them. And then when they go, so they just kind of relax and float along with the currents. But if they come back to the top, that's when they swim and use their fins and can speed up. And then down here for the last one, I wrote they don't eat while migrating. Okay, so why don't you can either use one of my facts to add into your book, or you can come up with your own fact that we learned about the great white, and you can add that to your book. I didn't add the one about they have one of the longest migrations of all fish, but you might want to write that one and add that one in your book. You decide which is the fact that you want to write in your book. Okay, so great whites use the stars for direction. Great whites let deep currents carry them to save energy. They don't eat while migrating. You pick the one that you like and add that to your book. So what you'll do is copy it on these lines here. These are the lines for the fact. Okay. So if you want to copy one of mine, go ahead and pause your screen now while you have this pulled up, and go ahead and copy that sentence. If you want to write your own fact and do your own sounding out, that's great. Just go ahead and we'll end the video and you can do that. Okay, everyone. Thanks for learning all about the great white. They are amazing migrators. The longest, well, I don't know if it's most interesting, but the longest, really interesting migration of fish. Okay, see you later, alligator.